What is going on, guys? It is your boy Father Sasuke back with another one, and I don't want to waste your time. Let's just get into this. We got our top 10 albums of the year, so without further ado, let's hop into it. But before we hop into it, of course, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button, and also if you're new around here, make sure you come join the crew around here. Just waiting for you to come around here. Now, without further ado, let's hop into it.
Easier than able to make a play to make it player, make them play. Just don't count your sheep before they hatch. You take it for your eggs, you eat your dinner for your safe.
Alright, before we start, I do want to point out some honorable mentions real quick. And especially, I do want to single out G Herbo's PTSD. I was having a tough time, like, trying to decide whether this is in my top 10 or not. And yeah, I really love that album. And yeah, definitely you guys should check it out. I think it's getting overlooked a lot in terms of these album of the year conversations. I definitely think it was one of the top albums of the year for sure. Yeah, alright, let's get to number 10. Coming in at number 10, we got Man on the Moon 3, Kid Cudi. Now, I know this album is pretty recent, only came out about, 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I definitely think it's one of the best records this year. Amazing production, shout out Dr. Genius, shout out Take a Day Trip, and some bangers, you know what I'm saying? And we can't forget the melodies by Cudi, and I think that was, like, some of the best Kid Cudi music I've ever heard. That was peak Kid Cudi right there. You know, I gotta shout out The Void. Gotta shout out She Knows This, Dive, Sad People. You know, and that's only a fraction of it. Can't forget Show Out, you know, with Pop Smoke and Skepta. And the features on there were really great too. All in all, just a great album, you know, great listening experience. And it lived up to the Man on the Moon name and, you know, helped to round out this trilogy, one of the best trilogies in music, the Man on the Moon series. And yeah, some of Kid Cudi, some of his best music, and honestly, top 10 album of the year. Now, coming in at number 9, we got Chilombo, Jhené Aiko, and I think this album was a little bit overlooked. I felt like it was really good, but I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, to be honest. But definitely, I feel like some of Jhené Aiko's best work. You know, she goes ham with the vocals over some light yet grounded production. I gotta shout out Magic Hour. I gotta shout out Lightning and Thunder with John Legend. Amazing. Party for Me. Also, I think one of the best first halves of an album this year. Literally, I'd say 1 through 10 is it's just non-stop, no skips. So yeah, definitely I want to shout out Jhené Aiko. This also got Grammy nominated, and I definitely think this album should have got a little more love. I'm giving it some love here. One of the best albums of the year at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we got Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, Pop Smoke. That's right, when you say pop, never forget the smoke. We got Woo Baby here, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm doing a little much now. But anywho, Pop Smoke obviously, unfortunately passed away. Rest in peace, of course. But this posthumous release right here, some of Pop's best work in my opinion. And I know Meet the Boo 2 was amazing as well. That's why it's in the honorable mentions. But I think the production here was better than Meet the Boo 2. But both bangers, by the way. No disrespect to Meet the Boo 2. But yeah, this album was great. It was really a showcase of what Pop Smoke had to offer. And you know what, he was on a great trajectory, man. He was gonna do great things. This album is just proof. I gotta shout out What You Know About Love, which I think that went viral on TikTok, but it was one of my favorite songs. If you saw my reaction for the night, Something Special, Make It Rain, The Woo. I can go on and on. I gotta shout out I Got It On Me too. Like that was probably the best song on there, and a great tribute to 50's Many Men. But yeah, honestly, just a great showcase of what Pop Smoke had to offer, and it was definitely done right. I felt like it was done respectfully. And it's just a standard edition. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the deluxe all that well, but we're just counting the standard edition here, and definitely think it was top 10 album of the year worthy. So now moving on. Now coming in at number 7, we got Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. Two masters in their craft coming together to create something special here. Tight production by The Alchemist, superb production by The Alchemist, using these nice samples. And they're kind of glossy in a sense, just because some of them sound so pretty, especially when you use those guitars. But yes, one of the best albums this year, without a doubt. Freddie Gibbs comes in and just absolutely delivers with the bars. I got to shout out Scotty Beam, Babies and Fools, Something to Rap About with Tyler the Creator. By the way, the transition from Frank Lucas to Something to Rap About, impeccable. Shout out The Alchemist for coming up with that. But yeah, just such a tight and jam-packed record, you know, all killer, no filler. You know I'm about that. All killer, no filler. And in 11 tracks, 35 minutes, they definitely kill every beat, every track, and deliver on every level. Shout out Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. At number 6. Coming in at number 6, we got No Pressure by Logic. Logic's last album. You guys saw my reaction to this. This got me into Logic's discography. And we all know how that went. That was great. But yes, obviously Logic in his last album, unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, goes hard. He goes out with a bang. Great sample heavy production by No ID and Six. Obviously the bars by Logic, bar after bar, literally metaphor after metaphor, simile after simile. This is some Logic's best, and I still think it's his best album. And it's an album I hold dear to me just because it's one of like the best first listens I've had in like forever, you know? Like it was such a great first listen. And the repeat listens were great as well too. But you know, sometimes that first listen something clicks with you. And yeah, that was definitely one of those times. So shout out Logic, going out with a bang. Definitely should have got a Grammy. Definitely should have got more love, man. I'm really disappointed, and it didn't get any Grammys. No award for anything. Not even one Grammy nomination, which I felt like was terribly done by the Grammys. But hey, it is what it is. Do want to shout out tracks like, and I don't want to forget to shout out tracks like No Pressure Intro, probably one of my favorite Logic tracks. Can't forget Celebration, can't forget Hit My Line, also one of my favorite Logic tracks. Hit My Line, man, the drums on there are so beautiful. Yeah, just overall, all in all, a great album and a great farewell for Logic. Coming in at number 5, we got Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. Now, I think you guys probably are kind of surprised, like, whoa, I didn't expect him to have this up here. But when I tell you, this album is one of the best pop albums I've ever heard, like, period. Like, it is. It is extremely amazing. I'm just using a bunch of, like, words that I can to gush over this album. This album is so good. I played this album, like, 4 or 5 times in a row. And I do gotta mention that it's only 37 minutes long, 11 tracks, no features, by the way. So all killer, no filler again. But yeah, it just, you could replay. It's like the definition of what pop is. It's like you replay it anywhere, and it's just you could dance to it, you could do whatever to it, and it's like it exudes this sense of just being loose and like having fun. It's just what it is. Yeah, man, there's the bright 80s production here. It's kind of disco-y too. It's got some disco elements in it. And Dua Lipa with her confident attitude and confident voice, it meshes well. It's a great recipe for a top 5 album. Coming in at number 4, we got Limbo by Amine. Now, this album I was pretty like proud of. Like, just seeing Amine's growth from Good For You to Limbo has been amazing to see. And on Limbo, he delivers on all facets, man. He comes in with Burden, one of the best intros of the year, by the way, over the sample-heavy beat. And I think overall, actually, the production was really good. Shout out Boy Wenda, who was on the production there, too. I think not on Burden, but he was in the album. T Minus was in there. I think I'm missing someone. I think Pierre was on there. I think for the deluxe, he was on there. But he got the production was definitely a step up from Good For You. And of course the bars were as well. His delivery and his singing too. Shout out Easy with Summer Walker. Hanging with Summer Walker is not an easy thing to do, no pun intended. But he does it, man. Amine's got a great singing voice. I'm glad that he was able to keep developing that. Yeah, man, he just I said yeah. keep developing that. And yeah, I think it was overall just a very crisp album, very a mature album too. You see Amine kind of grow into a star, and I think he's only going up from here.
And coming in at number 3, we got Song Machine Season 1 Times by Gorillaz.
Damon Albarn, man, he's a genius. He's a genius. He creates this amazing masterpiece. And I know I've said amazing like a few times, but if that word applies to any album on this list, it's this one. He creates this amazing masterpiece with the most random of collaborators, ranging from like Elton John and Black to Jonas Policewoman and Gold Link. It's insane, like the amount of collaborators he does and how he has, and how he makes them all fit together. I gotta shout out tracks like Aries, an amazing track, the high side, like it's amazing. I can't forget Opium's dance banger, Desolé. Desolé makes me wanna fly, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's so calming and it's so chill. And I can't forget How Far with Tony Allen, rest in peace Tony Allen, and Skepta. Just a banger. This banger, Skepta goes in on his verse. Man, an amazing track, not only an amazing track in How Far, but an amazing album with Song Machine. If you haven't listened to it, I am imploring you to listen to it. You need to listen to this album. This album is amazing, and I said amazing like 5 times during this review of this album, but this album is literally the craziest thing I've heard. JPEG Mafia and a Japanese girl group called Chai on the same track. You would have never thought. Like, what? You know what I mean? But hey, Damon Albarn, man, what can I say? Alright, moving on. Coming in at number 2, we got Cool Tape Volume 3 by Jaden. And I think this is what sets my list apart from everyone else's. Just because I didn't see this on anyone else's list. And I think that's a crime, by the way. This should have been on a lot of other end of the year lists, but hey, it is what it is. But man, this album is fantastic. And I know the concept of this is kind of like heartbreak. You know, the other person doesn't feel the same way about you. And I know that's like a trope. That's like, you know, it's in a bunch of different types of art. You know, it's a story that everyone knows, right? Everyone's familiar with this story. But Jaden conveys it so well, and he gets over this, this idea or this vibe of, you know, just optimism and falling in love and just being naive, right, in the first half. And then as the record goes on, you kind of see the whole breakup thing, you know, the whole, oh, she doesn't like me back, oh man, I'm so sad, you know what I mean? But he sells the story so well. I gotta shout out Falling For You, where literally it feels like you're falling for someone. That's how it's the soundtrack to falling in love with someone. And I gotta shout out Cabin Fever. You know, the track is about kind of just yearning for that other person and like, yo, please, you know, love me back. Let's do something. I want to, you know, connect with you. And then Deep End, where you kind of just start to see like, yo, damn, she's not loving me back. This is crazy. Like, I'm so sad. Yada yada yada. But yeah, man, this album, it just tells the story of that, and it does it so beautifully over this kind of diverse production though. Even though most of the production gives off this mellow vibe, it gets melancholy at times, it gets kind of 60s inspired at times, kind of swingy, but overall just it's beautiful production. It's pretty glossy overall, and yeah, man, it's just a masterpiece by Jaden. I feel it's his best work, and hopefully it gets even better, because this was amazing. This was absolutely fantastic. Coming in at number 1, we got 6ix9ine, Tattletales. Let's go. This album is amazing, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, now actually coming in at number 1, we got After Hours by The Weeknd. This album, what can I say about it that hasn't been said already? This was absolutely outstanding. The production, the 80s production, was welcome. It felt fresh because you don't hear that so much, and like the twist he did on it was amazing. Shout out Metro Boomin. I know Metro Boomin did some of the production as well on there. Max Martin as well, and a bunch of other people. But yeah, the production was amazing. The Weeknd, of course, with his vocals, doing his thing. By the way, Blinding Lights, song of the year. I think no doubt song of the year. And I also got to shout out tracks like In Your Eyes and Hardest to Love, Scared to Live as well. And you know, Scared to Live really like encapsulates this concept of just trying to recover from this heartbreak, and you know, just trying to function after going through such an experience like that. You know, like you thought you had your person, you know what I mean? You thought you had your partner, but then you don't have him, and now you gotta try and function without him now. So yeah, you know, Scared to Live definitely encapsulates that concept, I felt like. And yeah, just The Weeknd going into that character and just kind of just fully like adapting to it and just, you know, becoming that character. Even though the character is based off himself, it's like the fact that he became it definitely helped with the album's aesthetic and helps to get this whole thing across, man. Yeah, definitely album of the year, no doubt in my opinion. Commercially did well too. Not that I'm rating these off of commercial, like, I guess stuff. I'm just rating it based off how I like it. But yeah, definitely, I think album of the year, no doubt. And yeah, what else can you say about this, man? Amazing effort from The Weeknd. Okay, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this entire year, man. This was quite a year for the channel. We hit 2,000 plus subscribers this year. I don't even know the actual number right now. It's crazy. I should know. It's 2,300 something though. But yeah, I'm really thankful for you guys. I'm really grateful for y'all, man. This was a crazy year. With quarantine and all of that stuff. Hope you guys have been staying safe, man. Yeah, man. But those are my top 10 albums of the year. I want you guys to tell me what were your top 10 albums of the year. If you disagree, let me know, man. I'm down for conversation. You guys know this. But yeah, I think some things that I think were hot takes were that Circles was not in my top 10 and I put it in honorable mentions. I definitely think had I, it sounds weird, but it's like I didn't listen to Mac before Circles. So had I listened to Mac before Circles, I think it would have hit me a little harder and would have resonated with me more to put it in the top 10. It's still a great album. It just wasn't top 10 for me. Another hot take. Definitely the Jaden album's a hot take. Yeah, I don't know what else. You guys, let me know what else is a hot take. I don't know. Let me know if you like really disagree with something. I'm just thinking of things that maybe people could disagree with. But that's okay, because we're not supposed to have the same taste. We're not supposed to have the same opinion. I'd rather us have different opinions. It's better that way. It creates more conversation and it makes things way more fun. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. I want to thank you guys for watching. And of course, until next year. It's kind of corny, yeah. But until next year, it's been your boy, Father Sasuke, with the boy, Bob the Dolphin. And we...
Every single thing in a suitcase. Your papa going tripping, he forgot to tie his shoelace. Don't worry, baby, it won't be no case. I need a new face. I promise I'll be back by Wednesday, if not by then Tuesday. Don't believe it.